Hello again, Witch Doctor here, looking at the markets, and I'm looking at the intraday activity of the dollar index as compared to the basket of currencies, which makes the dollar index futures. As you can see over here on the left, we got the dollar running on an hourly chart, and then you got the yen, Swissy, and the Canadian across the top, the euro, pound, and the Aussie across the bottom. And as you know, you can see that the dollar index basically broke above yesterday's high, which is really important here, breaking above the 82.40 level and then reaching all the way to the 83 even level in very strong push on nice economic data, or should we say not nice, but around the board here. The yen using yesterday's level as support, yesterday's low here, and trying to push up through yesterday's high here. So it's kind of interesting to see if the Japanese yen is going to be able to stay above 80 here. I'll be watching that very closely. You can see the Swiss franc here rallied above yesterday's high as well. And at the same time, the Canadian dollar was kind of interesting. It didn't do much. It was more of a choppy type of sentiment here. Did go down to 101 and rallied off of that level, putting in a high just above 101.45, but very sideways here. You can see no real conviction there in either direction on the Canadian dollar. It was the euro, of course, breaking below 125 here very convincingly and pushing strongly to the downside, reaching as low as 123.63. Looks like we're pushing back down to that low of the year, that we're going to go and test that before this market tries to go higher. But in a sense, you can see that the pound as well pushing down below the previous session low and closing pretty close to 155 here. So it's almost as if the bears are definitely in force as usual, or as lately, in the pound and the euro. You got the Australian dollar not able to get out of its own way, really just a sideways chop here. Same thing as the Canadian dollar. You can see that the Australian dollar tried to break down below yesterday's low, tried to break above yesterday's high, and then again back trying to break below yesterday's low, but settling right around the midpoint of the range. And the implication here is kind of interesting. I just look in here, not really any conviction on in the Canadian and the Aussie, and it was the pound and the euro that were essentially moving the dollar. So I'm going to have to pay attention to this really closely to see how we develop into Friday, tomorrow's activity. As you know, we got this is a very important week in terms of data announcements, so you got to be careful with your trades tomorrow. But as you can see here, if the dollar is showing us what it wants to do, it does appear that it's trying to reach back up towards those highs. So we'll have to just see how that works. For all of the members, we'll see you in the member video, and for everybody else, this is the Market Wrap. We'll catch up to you later.